Hey there, gorgeous. Hey there, J Dubs. Let me go look into the chat, guys. Let me get into the chat. Give me one moment, please. I guess while I'm getting into the chat here, I am Melissa, also known as the Tarotist, and we are going to do an all signs reading for the collective. We are going to start with the birthday sign. Hopefully, that's still Virgo, guys. Anybody aware? Hi, the Bat Mom. Hi, Umair, and hello, J Dubs. Thank you so much for being here. Yay! Hi, Sadie. Haven't seen you for so long, guys. We are gonna try a new deck. Well, it's not new. It's actually the old deck. My old deck that I started using when I first started learning the tarot, because it has a little more of a description on it. And I want to be very transparent here. I'm going to be lazy. Okay. Well, I'm just going to, if something channels through, I did this so that I could be lazy if nothing channels through, because I am feeling a little out of it. Which again sometimes makes me more channely, but sometimes I just draw a blank and then I feel like I didn't give you the message that I needed to give you. So I am going to use this deck here that has a little bit more of a description on it. And it is the Fairy Tarot deck. So good to see you guys. So we are going to go through a little bit of a spiel. It's not going to be very long, guys. But basically it's not even a spiel. I'm just going to let you know that if you need to know anything about me, by the way, I think I forgot to put my description box in my description box. So if you're here for the replay, we will have any information that you need to book a personal reading down in the description box below. You can also look in the description box of any of my videos or the channel description, which also has all of the information that you will need. My PayPal and Cash App are linked in the About section, or the same thing, the channel description as well. And so good to see you guys. I think that's pretty much it, you guys. Of course, the most powerful way for me to pick up on your personal energy is going to be by you purchasing a personal reading. But if you would like me to be more likely to pick up on your personal energy in the collective readings, engaging with the channel in some way is going to be really helpful for me to pick up on that energy, or for you to transfer your energy here onto the channel, okay? With that being said, we are going to dive right in to the reading. Is this a little fuzzy already, huh? No, not really. It's not bad. It's just a little dark, I guess. I'll decide, or you guys let me know if you think I need to turn the light on. Otherwise, I feel a little dark. So I kind of like this mood, with the lights down a little bit. Let's get into it. So we're going to just start out with an energy oracle card. Is that what I want to do, you guys? No, it's not, is it? I want I want a moonology. What do you think? I'm going to do a moonology. Whoops, guys. I came a little underprepared. That's okay. All right. So who we on, Virgo? Hey, they're gorgeous. Happy birthday. I was just going to forget to say that, but happy birthday to you. Hopefully, is it Virgo season? Did we decide? It's got to be for a couple more days here, right? Yeah, it is, because it is one of my favorite Virgo's birthdays today. Happy birthday, gorgeous. Okay, guys, let's get into the Virgo reading and questions. By the way, the Bat Mom, I will be answering questions at the end of the live, and I will come all the way back up to yours. First things first, after the live, okay? Well, after the all signs is done. Okay. So, Virgo, we got balance, spirituality, and practicality. And your dreams need a practical plan. Okay. Let's get more on the so it just kind of feels like it's self-explanatory. Basically, well, let me see both of these first of all. Taurus and Pisces. Okay, so one is very grounded and one is very kind of I want to say ethereal. So it is about kind of making sure, it does feel like you've maybe have a dream that you would like to fulfill, but it needs to be brought down into reality, which I feel like as a Virgo should be something, you seem like a very practical, but you might maybe have a lot of 12th house placements or a lot of Piscean energy in your chart. The Queen of Spring here, it says, believe in yourself. Wonderful people want to help you maintain a balance between work and home life. a lot of balance needed here. Okay. It's a balance, practicality and spirituality, and then balance work life and home life. Okay. Yeah. It's like something about you guys. I did this so that I wouldn't get more stuck, and I got more stuck. I did this so I would have not to channel, but I'm not like not getting any information on this, but something about your work life. I want to say your work life is being or overtaking your kind of your dreams here or something like that. You're working too hard, which kind of does sound like you. I'm getting like Taurus energy there. And then I'm also getting that your dreams themselves need a more practical plan. Like you're overworking on the things that aren't um that I can't get this message out, but it's like you're working too hard at your 9 to 5 and you're not putting enough energy into your dreams. It's like you're just hoping that your dreams come true while you're working hard at your 9 to 5. So there needs to be more energy or attention being put into whatever it is you feel purposefully called to, is what I'm getting here. And I hope that makes sense for you. Okay. Thanks, the Bat Mom. I love you so much. We are gonna move. That's why I did this, so I would be able to kind of get through this a little more quickly. I got so long-winded last time I did a live reading, and we are gonna try to do this a little more quickly. So just really quick messages from these cards here, guys, and we're moving right along to the sign of Libra. Libra, hey there, gorgeous. My name is Melissa, and I'm gonna be your tarot card reader. We are going to get you a Moonology card here, and then also a tarot card from the Fairy Tarot. Show the world the real you here, Libra. On the bottom of the deck, it says you and your loved ones are safe. Oh, okay. Because I am getting like this energy of like that this world has gone through a lot of trauma recently, lots of different traumatic events, and not trying to focus solely on one of them, but one of them does kind of. I saw on TikTok somebody kind of described this the best. But for anybody who feels called to the public eye to kind of truth tell or something like that, which I am getting here, that you maybe feel like you're supposed to be sharing a message of truth with the world, that necessarily, the truth, the real truth, it's like if you're out here telling the real truth, there's not going to be a lot of comfort in your message. I hope that makes sense for you. So the world is going to be uncomfortable with hearing what you have to say, and that's going to in turn get a lot of um I want to say like you're going to trigger people, right? um and anybody who feels called to do that at this time, some people have been more inspired to try harder to share the truth, and some people have been feeling like they want to kind of retreat. And let me get more. Thanks, Jade Ups, the Tarot Fairy. Somebody should name their channel that immediately, the Tarot Fairy. Okay. um Here's the funny part. I can't read. It's so dark in here, but we did get the Princess of Summer, guys, which of course is the same as the Page of Cups. And it says a new relationship or emotional experience, invitations to social events, a compassionate friend you can share your concerns with. Okay, so I am getting that there is something, or possibly even an event that you've been asked to speak at, and you're feeling a little bit fearful of sharing whatever your message is with the world. And I understand that absolutely and completely. And I have been, back and forth with what I'm supposed to share. And likely the message that you're supposed to share is the one that is the least comfortable to share. Okay. There's a reason I'm hiding behind tarot cards and why I keep things as safe as I possibly can here. It's a terrifying experience to have your life threatened and have so much I just want to explain that the reason why people are holding on to their beliefs so hard is because they think it's life or death for them, you included, but also the people that are hesitating or resisting the message that you have to share. So I feel like that helps people understand why the message, there's a way. I think some people do it very like there's too nice of a way that is no longer sharing it truthfully or transparently or something like that. And then there is a way that you can do it and that is kind of belittling, or there's a balance here that's needed, by the way. But there is a message that you're supposed to share, and it's saying something about not forgetting that. Again, if the message is too comfortable to share, that you're maybe not sharing the message you're meant to, and that the message is, this reminds me of when now even, but The message that you're meant to share is not going to be comfortable for people to hear, but it is going to plant seeds and change lives for the better. Okay, I hope that makes sense for you. And I move right along to the sign of Scorpio. Guys, sorry about this. But we do have a whole roster to get through here. Scorpio, hey there, gorgeous. My name is Melissa, going to be your tarot fairy. I'm just kidding. Going to be your tarot card reader for the next few moments or so. And we're going to get a Moonology card followed by a tarot card from the Fairy Tarot deck. The answers you need are coming. Ooh, what a frustrating place to be. I can feel the frustration in this already for you, Scorpio. And your commitment is being tested. Yeah, that's the frustration I was feeling. So it's like you're trying to hold this vision and there's no, like, it feels like you're stagnant or you're not moving forward at all. And, first of all, you have a lot of heart and soul. You're so deep and soulful. And I feel like you put a lot of your time, energy, and love into something that doesn't feel like it's giving. I don't know what dividends even are, but that's the energy. That's the word that's coming through. It's not paying dividends. I don't even know what that means. So let me just get more. You must. Okay. Princess of Winter here. It says, seek out an intellectual solution. Princess of Winter. Oh, this is the Knight of Swords, right? Or the Page of Swords. Okay, got it. So it says seek out an intellectual solution to your problem. The need to act quickly and decisively, sudden or unexpected changes. No, this is the Knight. I can't decide, you guys. What do you think? The Knight? This is silly of me to try a new deck on a live reading. I should have done this for a pre-recorded reading here, but it does talk about a need to actually do some research or some. Let me just read this again. The answers okay, so that's what it's saying. So the answers you need are coming, right? But it does actually then say that there's actual, like, some research needed here. You might need to go looking for these answers. And I think where you need to find those answers is coming. Like, for instance, the idea for something's going to pop up and that, where you need to look is but you are going to need to do the research yourself. Okay. Whatever this is. And there might be some actual education or schooling needed, which I think we all know I'm not a huge fan of all the time, but there is some need to get more focused. God, what is this? Let me see here. Ooh, I think I'm going to change to the regular tarot, you guys, because this is throwing me off just a little too much. I thought it was going to make it easier for me to not have to channel, but now it's like throwing off my whole channeling because I am getting that you should seek some sort of, you need to research something here, but the answers you need are coming and your commitment is being tested. So before you give up on something, they're saying to do some research on maybe, I want to say SEO. So if you are in the public eye, maybe there's a need to figure out how to, what is this word? Figure out how to capitalize. I don't think that's right. Take advantage of or use SEO to your advantage or something like that. I hope that makes sense for you. And I am going to move on to the next sign here. We are going to move into the regular tarot just because these are throwing me off a little too hard. Sorry about that. We are going to start with the Moonology cards still, though, and moving right along to the sign of Sagittarius. Sagittarius, hey there, gorgeous. My name is Melissa. I'm going to be your tarot card reader for the next few moments or so. We're going to get a Moonology card here and then some tarot as well, just to see what messages the divine has for you right now. A personal issue reaches resolution, full moon in Cancer, and it's time to release negativity. Full moon in Scorpio. Okay. A lot of emotions involved here with the two water signs coming out for you. And let's get some more, something you're feeling very frustrated by. And let's see what the tarot has to add to that. Nine of Cups. Like you know it's going to be fulfilling, but okay, there it is. This, whatever this is going to be so fulfilling, but it's not at this time because there's a personal issue that's reaching a resolution, which feels to me like you're getting to the end of a lesson here with the world card. It's like the personal issue is that the way you saw something, or the mindset here, that you're having a hard time or needing to let go of or release this negativity. With the Four of Pentacles here, it's about needing to let go of maybe your old belief system to really become more emotionally fulfilled. This is could be wish fulfillment, but for me right now, it's just talking about to live a more emotionally fulfilled life. You need to make changes or let go of things that aren't serving your highest good or your greatest good or your best interest, or your that isn't conducive to your best life or something like that. Okay, so it's a time that you need to release old negative thought. uh yeah, so what is this? Old negative belief systems is the energy that's coming through here. Again, usually what is holding us back from living our most emotionally fulfilled life, it doesn't, money is never going to hurt us if we're already emotionally fulfilled. But a lot of times we're seeking external sources to make us fulfilled, when what we really need is to let go of things that are taking away from our fulfillment. Something about that. Okay, I hope that makes sense for you. Hi, J Dubs. I'm sorry. I'm trying to read your message. Oh, cute. Okay, so now I am curious about what your little business is, J Dubs. Sagittarius. Yeah, there's some changes needed, or a need to let go of something. Maybe someone, by the way, I just want to add that really quickly, because there could be someone or many people, connections in your life that are there to fill a void or to fill time or something like that, but they're not fulfilling your soul. They don't feel like there's any type of that doesn't feel emotionally fulfilling. It feels very shallow or surface level, which I think Sagittarius can usually do pretty well with. But there's something, maybe you do have a Scorpio moon or Cancer moon or something, and have a lot of the the Sagittarian traits here, but your emotional body, it needs a deeper it's like a much deeper connection than your superficial side or your Sagittarian energy. I hope this makes sense for you. But so there's a need to let go of anything that is holding you back from feeling emotionally fulfilled, first and foremost. And then, of course, taking action towards anything that would be emotionally fulfilling for you. I feel like that's pretty self explanatory. Moving right along to the sign of Capricorn. I was This is it. I'm going to tell you right now, because I'm so sick of myself. I am just going to have to go live very sporadically because I made this live this morning before I had this extremely busy day. I don't know what I was thinking. I had a lot of cleaning to do, a lot of errands to run, a lot of phone calls to make, and then my daughter's volleyball. And by the time 7 o'clock rolled around, well, first of all, I was like running and rushing up to the reading room here to do the reading, and I'm just dead tired, and I feel like I don't have anything to offer you guys. But I'm going to keep going and try to get through this, because I did make the commitment. But I guess, after all, folks, not everybody can be a committed type of person. Okay, I'm never going to be a Virgo. I'm never going to be a Capricorn. I am, in fact, a Cancerian. And I think there is some people just have to be more sporadic. Some people can't be so scheduled, and I think I'm one of those people. Moving right along here, guys, to the sign of Capricorn. Capricorn, hey, they're gorgeous. My name is Melissa, and I'm going to be your tarot card reader for the next few moments or so. We're just going to get whatever messages need to come through from the divine for you. And we do have believe in the impossible here, Capricorn. Some song is coming through. It's a weird one. Um, It's the final countdown. So it feels pretty powerful. You might be a boxer. I don't know. Is that what that's from, you guys? Some sort of boxing movie? Don't let pride get in your way. I got a ton of cards, and it felt very on accident and purposeful at the same time. So don't let pride get in your way. Hold your vision. Very clear message about not giving up on something. You're very close to achieving your goal, and a new start is coming. Oh, baby, because it's like, yeah, I'm watching you like literally fucking box the world, right? You feel like it's beating you up at this time. It's like one thing after the other is kind of coming at you, right? on top of whatever these dreams are, something that is going to be very fulfilling for you. I'm going to get some tarot as well and hold your vision here, but it is saying like, ooh, oh, I just feel I'm like, and now you're like underwater and like people are like pouring water in your face. Oh, it just feels so heavy, but oh, okay, because that kind of goes with the boxing thing, by the way. Um, Very cute. Okay, because do you remember when they like? It's like the universe is actually pouring water in your mouth. Okay, I thought it was people trying to drown you, but it's them trying to. It's like the universe hydrating you for one last push here. You're so close, whatever this is. Um, but I do feel like it feels like the world is beating you up, but you're going through like this boot camp that is going to get you to a level that most people won't attain or achieve. Quick success coming here with the Eight of Wands. This can also mean a quick and successful conclusion to a confusing situation. I want to say that you felt like you had been pulled in many directions with the Eight of Wands here. You can see there's 8 wands, and it feels like a lot of different inspirations or things you felt called to do. By the way, it's not like you were being messy. You were actually being called to several different lessons at a time here. And ultimately, there is a successful conclusion coming in within reach. And that's it. I'm just going to say, please don't give up now. There's so much success coming. It's just a matter of, again, the universe is like, I, there's like these little inspos or inspirations coming by way of the universal downloads or something like that. And they're just saying, yeah, the Four of Wands at the bottom of the deck here, which is like the minor arcana version of the world card. And it's just talking about that this level up is all of this was required for you to level up as abundantly as you're about to level up. Okay. Again, not everybody is going to reach the frequency you're almost to, and it does say on the bottom of the Moonology deck, it's time to take action. So there is going to be something that the divine sends you inspirationally that you are going to need to take action towards. Well, it does say you're actually taking action towards many different things, but there is one thing that you're going to need to focus on. Right now, you were learning a lot of different lessons. So it was okay that you kind of had your energy spread a little thinner, but now they're saying there is going to be a need to focus more specifically on one thing. Okay. And there will be inspiration. You'll know what that thing is. Okay. I hope that makes sense for you. And we are moving right along to the sign of Aquarius. You guys, I can't do these lives anymore. I love them, but me trying to read, and I guess it doesn't really matter because we do timestamps. So good song. Yes. I'm hot. Guys, let's get going here. Well, we got Aquarius. We're going to get you some of these Moonology cards here, honey. I'm Melissa, by the way, going to be your tarot card reader. And we're going to get you some of these Moonology cards just to see what the divine has for you. And then we're jumping into the tarot, whatever messages need to come through at the time, whatever you need to know at this moment. And bear with me as I have lost a little bit of steam. A win-win outcome in the forecast. Well, that brings it right back up for me there, Aquarius. It says full moon in Libra. A win-win outcome is in the forecast. Okay, I like that. That's all I got. No, let me get one more of these guys. And it says here, don't let pride get in your way. And then luck is on your side, which is funny because that win-win outcome is in the forecast. I kept thinking it was Sagittarius, but then it said Libra. And then this is the card I was thinking of. Luck is on your side, which is Sagittarius and Jupiter energy. And things are going to be really great for you here in a moment if you don't let pride get in your way. Let me find out more. They are bringing up the situation where I love this guy. I don't know if I've shared him on here or not, but he does a little YouTube. I don't know if it's YouTube. He does Facebook. I always see his little reels on Facebook, and he says there's a million ways to make $1,000,000, and he gives like business ideas that are already taken, right? And he's like, here, steal this person's business idea. Well, it's like, do we really want to go around stealing people's business ideas? Well, I don't care. I think it's adorable, and other people are doing it anyways. So, but he says God dang it, you guys, I lost the download on that. But oh, yeah, he said you can make like $1 million if you start a little like side truck with like hot dogs and things like that. It's like you just might not you might not be able to look like the CEO of a company right away. You might have to do the dirty work or the nitty-gritty work, but you could be very lucrative and success. It could be very lucrative and you could be very successful. And now it is saying something about following something or taking action towards something that you're feeling very passionate about. So whatever, why does it say don't let pride get in your way then? It could be a relationship, or it could be some sort of hot dog stand. Thank you, the Bat Mom. I'm really screwing this up. Because there could be a relationship here. Who we talking to? Aquarius, that you feel very passionately called towards, but you don't want to pursue that person or approach that person due to your ego or pride getting in the way. Luck is on you. It's like now is the time to take action. Okay. Your hard work is paying off. I do feel like you've done a lot of work on yourself, Aquarius. And like almost immediately when you I want to say your manifestations, as soon as you take action towards them, they're going to be coming very quickly, right? But they are asking you to step out of your comfort zone and take action towards something that you're feeling passionately called towards. This could be something maybe in the public eye where you're feeling very I want to say um something about not being good at something. Okay, because you are really brilliant. They're saying something either, again, this could be love, or this could be like in the public eye or in business or some sort of channel or something like that. But they're saying because you don't want to have to start at the bottom of whatever this is, so you don't want to not be great at what you do immediately, but you'll very quickly excel here, by the way, in whatever this is. And I want to say, if this is love, they're going to very quickly reciprocate your feelings of passion towards you. And if it is business, it's like you're going to actually get the Jupiterian payouts immediately. So there's going to be like, have you ever seen on YouTube where some channels just seem to be stuck for years? And some channels seem to take off quite quickly. It does say that whatever this is, if you can put your pride to the side here and go towards whatever it is, love or business or passion or purpose, you will be manifesting the outcome very quickly, or a lot of success very quickly here. It's just like getting over this hurdle of your own ego or something like that. And I hope that makes sense. You're right about that. The Bat Mom working on that, been working on that for years. And that's, what it is. That's probably why I'm actually in the public eye, not to become a famous tarot card reader, but to work on that little self. It comes, by the way, of course, we all know where those, and we all have it, but it comes by way of school systems. And I'm so sorry to say it, or terrible parents, whatever it is. An upbringing where at a time where you were the most impressionable, or you were at the most, like the most, is it something informative years of your life where your brain is developing and processing things at its like highest rate, and you're processing shame and people shaming you and making fun of you. Yeah. So anybody who's endured that during those years, it is really hard to come out of that sort of beating yourself up energy. Thanks, guys. I'm sorry if I'm making you feel like you need to have a lot of empathy for me here, or whatever this is. But moving right along, I'm doing just fine here. I do feel like when I get on here, I want to get important messages out. And if I feel like I screw the message up, I just get to feeling like, what am I even doing here? But we're going to move right along to the sign of Pisces. Pisces, hey there, gorgeous. My name is Melissa, and I'm going to be your tarot card reader for the next few moments or so. We're going to get you one of these Moonology cards, or how many ever decide to come out, and then some tarot as well, just to get you quick messages from the divine. We have surrender to the divine. I love that. We all could use a little of that. Informative. Thank you so much. Basically, yes, when our brain is doing the most developing, of course, I think till the age of 12, we're really doing the most potent parts of development. Our most developmental years is actually the energy I was trying to get at there, guys. But when we can absorb the most amount of information, we are absorbing being shamed and compared to others and things like that in school, in class. If you're not excelling at things that maybe don't come naturally to you, because maybe academia isn't meant for all of us. and absorbing other people's information is meant for people who don't have or fifth dimensional gifts. Downloading information. I hope this makes sense for you guys. I'll start back over on Pisces here in a moment, but basically, when you aren't third dimensional and you're in a third dimensional setting like a school system, and you're being shamed for being different or not being able to focus, or because you're absorbing all of the fifth dimensional information that's coming in as well. So you're able to feel that that kid had a rough night at home, or that kid's being abused at home, or you can kind of take in a bunch of information that nobody else can see or feel or hear. And you're not able to kind of receive the third dimensional information being given to you as effectively as these third dimensional children are. And you're being shamed for that, regardless of your external looks or anything like that. This can really cause a lot of self-loathing, self-doubt, and it can make it really hard to come into your own power at that time. Okay, guys. So now I'm going to start back over here. Hey there, Pisces. My name's Melissa. I'm going to try to remember to timestamp it right here for you. And we are going to get you some of these Moonology cards as well as some tarot, just to get some quick messages from the divine and see what comes through for you, what messages you need to hear at this time. Your hard work is paying off, and I do love that for you. And surrender to the divine, also loving that for you. Okay, so it's like you've worked hard enough here. Okay, there's something that needs you to let it come to you now. And I don't always have, sometimes we need to take action, but it looks like you've done that. It looks like you've kind of put in. So now they're saying not stop doing what you're doing, but stop forcing something. This is bringing up a conversation I just had with my daughter the other day. And it is when it reminds me of, well, what happened was she said something hilarious. Everybody started cracking up, and then she wanted to say it again. I could feel it, right? She wanted to say it again because she wanted to get that reaction again. But the second time, it takes away from the hilarity, right? So it not only do you not get the reaction that you got the first time, it almost takes away the power of the first reaction. I hope this makes sense for you. Because that's what's coming through here is like, don't say the joke again. Okay. You've said it and forget it. There's something that you've already exhausted the work that you needed. You've done it. You've finished the work that needed to be done, and now you just need to wait for the results to come in or something like that. Interesting, because I just got like a test, like a pregnancy test, by the way, results. Well, that sounds like a fun night, but it does sound like somebody is going to find out they're pregnant soon as well. And I don't always get that message. We'll see if we get the Empress card. Let's get what that doesn't have to be for everybody. We got the Moon card here. Yeah, you're working through some subconscious fears here, and it is about feeling like you never want to feel overlooked again or something like that. That message about the laughing and making everybody laugh, and fearing that you're never going to feel that kind of excitement or like exception or something like that. Acceptance is what I mean, again, or something like that. There's a deep-seated internal fear here that's being worked through. But it is about, you've done what you can do in this situation. You've done all that you can do, and you don't need to do any more or go any further with it. You just need to wait for the results to come in. I feel like whatever this is, you nailed it. And of course, some of you could be finding out that you're pregnant, and you nailed it. Oh my God, you guys, I can't stop. That's too much information there, divine. Okay, moving right along. We are going to move right along here to the sign of Aries. Aries, what dates are Pisces? Is that what you mean? Or what day? I don't know. Yeah, I know, Jada. My dirty mind. I don't think I must have one dirty guide or something. Oh, you guys, I can't. Okay, who we on? Aries. Hey there, gorgeous. My name is Melissa. We're gonna get you some of these Moonology cards here. Be bold and make the you guys be bold and make the first move. Cardinal, which is you are a cardinal sign. Are you Aries? It feels like Aries energy. So that's the funny part. But any cardinal sign here, this does feel like love, by the way, which I don't always get on that card, but let's find out more, because I could be wrong. But it feels like you're going to need to approach somebody. Your hard work is paying off, keeps coming through. And I do love that. Okay, let's see what we got here. Bring love into the situation. Okay. Feel like you've been working on yourself, by the way, trying to get ready for true love or something like that. Doesn't need to be your actual motivation. Thanks, Sadie. 11 in the situation. It does feel like a love reading, by the way. This feels like love. This feels like a love situation, and I am getting like, why wouldn't an Aries be good at making the first move here, though? Be bold and make the first move. Your hard work is paying off. I think that maybe the thing I was talking about just a moment ago with the Pisces reading, or before the Pisces reading, about just kind of if in your most developmental years, where your brain and your psychological, you're building your psychological strength. If you were feeling like, or if you were being shamed or even gaslit or sort of mentally abused, psychologically abused, it can really take even a cardinal sign, or even, an Aries, where you are usually very good at taking action or being bold and making the first move. There's something here that you're doubting yourself in a situation. Bring love into the situation, and I'm going to get some tarot on it as well. But because I feel like you're actually being, it's like you have somebody in your sights, and I feel like you're talking to them, but not being clear up front about your intentions with them or your feelings for them or something like that. I hope this makes sense for you. Yeah, that energy I was talking about, that kind of like when you are an Aries and you don't feel bold and you don't feel like you can make the first move, it's due to something, again, that happened to you in your past. This could be your childhood and that energy, those developmental years where you could have felt ashamed of maybe being such a powerful creature. So usually our gifts are the things that we are gifted with innately. Like an Aries would be gifted at being very bold and being very upfront and powerful, and it can come off very passionate. And if somebody that is less passionate or less fiery or less assertive didn't like that energy of yours, that made them feel uncomfortable in their own skin or less powerful, and they shamed you for it, is what I'm getting here. So there is a need for you to recognize that that part of you is a gift. We all have different types of gifts. So one person, it's like I watch the whole world trying to like customize each person to be more like this or more like that. And it's like, no, you were built like that. You're not doing a good job at it. That's how you are. And but a lot of times the fire signs, including fire moons, especially fire moons, do get a lot of hate for their passionate expression. Okay, so I am getting that happened to you in your childhood. So maybe you are an Aries moon, or maybe you might be an Aries with a water or a Scorpio moon or a fire moon or whatever. You could be a double Aries, by the way. But it does feel like you've been shamed for the way that you passionately express yourself. So you're feeling like you don't, it's like you're feeling like you don't want to be excited about something. And it's saying here that your boldness is going to be appreciated in the right spaces. So while some people don't understand that part of you and it maybe scares them away, yay, first of all, God's protection, we're going to call that. The people that matter the most or that are meant for you are going to not only appreciate it, they're going to require that you are that person, the real you. I hope that makes sense for you. And we're moving right along to the sign of Taurus. Taurus, hey there, gorgeous. My name is Melissa, and I'm going to be your tarot card reader for the next few moments or so. We're going to get you some of these Moonology cards as well as some tarot, just to see what comes through, what you need to know right now at this moment, okay? We have a win-win outcome in the forecast, Libra energy, and then we do have be bold and make the first move. You guys, this is why I also was doing collective readings, because what the heck do you mean the same cards pop out? It's not like I shuffled the heck out of them, okay, guys? A new start is coming. I am getting like a whole new world. Like the Fool card is actually the energy that's coming through on that. A new start is coming, and a win-win outcome in the forecast, and be bold and make the first move here. The World card, like a cycle ending and a need for you to really embrace this new world by way of not letting your past cycles or experiences or patterns deter you or scare you out of whatever this is. Let me get more. Queen of Swords here. Yeah, well, she's just about really honest, and she's Libra as well. So you could very well be dealing with a Libra, or you could have Libra highly aspected in your chart. But we do have like cardinal moon be able to make the first move. Yeah, there's something about a need to be very clear and concise. I'm getting like assertive here. It does talk about some boundaries. New start is coming. Yeah, so it's like you're almost to this very new beginning, but it is asking that you have boundaries, but don't be guarded. What a tough place to be, guys, by the way. But so kind of let your guard down, set your boundaries. We're not allowing disrespect, but we're not going to assume that everybody's against us or something like that. And a need to take yourself more seriously here or something with this Queen of Swords. um I want to say you're brilliant but you don't think so or something like that here, Taurus. And there's a need to use your communication skills, I guess, to communicate your boundaries for this win to come in, a win-win outcome in the forecast. But it is saying that again, you have like this whole new world available to you, but you do need to communicate your boundaries clearly. And I don't know what that means for each and every one of you, but something about this test is you no longer allowing people to walk all over you, Taurus. I don't really feel like that sounds like you, but that's what's coming through. So we're moving right along here. J Dubs, did she leave us? She may do that. J Dubs, oh, it's Jean W. That's funny. I realize now that I've called her that for so long that that's not even her name on here. Jean W. J Dubs is Jean W's nickname. Okay, here she is. Gemini, hey there, gorgeous. My name is Melissa, going to be your tarot card reader here for the next few moments or so. And let's see what we get for you. We're just going to get some quick messages from the divine. What you need to know at this time: hold your vision. Don't give up. Hold your vision. Hold your frequency. I'm also getting something about there's going to be some distractions thrown at you right now, Gemini, that is going to try to throw you off your path of it's like I want to say we have to hold our vision, right? This is weird. I don't always get this on this. But they're saying like to level up to a new frequency. It's like it's kind of a video game. It's kind of cute how this is coming through right now. But they're saying like if you can, the longer you can hold the frequency, your next level, the is like, oh, I can't explain it. The quicker you're going to get to that next level. I hope this makes sense. This feels like an interesting message, and you might play video games because they keep like showing me like Mario Brothers and shit. A win-win outcome in the forecast. You know what? I'm sick of this game. God darn game we're playing here, guys. Hold your vision, a win-win outcome in the forecast. I want to say hold your frequency again. So balance spirituality and practicality, and a strong need to make sure you're spending as much time as possible in a meditative state. Of course, some of us have 20 minutes to do that. At least, by the way, I want to say you need to spend at least 20 minutes doing that. And I don't really want you sitting cross-legged in your living room. I prefer that you would do this next to a large body of water, in a large body of water, in the mountains, in the grass, somewhere where you can actually connect to the life force energy of the world that we were meant to be living in. Okay. So somewhere out in nature is where they're asking you to do this connecting. And let's see what else. Yeah, your frequency is I'm getting like maybe you have a third dimensional job where you have to keep going to it, even though you maybe have done some awakening, so you're more sensitive to the energy of the world. I want to say, by the way, that you're more vulnerable to the other outside energies when you're not healed, or when you're not when you have when you're sort of vulnerable, when you're, I want to say, wounded, or because I'm getting now like this is kind of, it's like a fleshy, I'm watching like a throbbing wound, I should say. So it's asking you to kind of do, I'm getting like the hermit card here, sort of isolates from the negativity as much as possible. Of course, just cutting off people, places, and situations that aren't conducive or don't help you kind of maintain the higher frequency. Let me get some tarot on it as well. that little Eight of Wands has come out nearly in every reading, guys. I do love that when that happens. At the same time, it's like I should have done a collective reading, and I thought about doing that, guys, when I was realizing that I had a way busier day than I really realized. And then I was like, I set this up for 7 p.m. and I was like, shoot, I should just do a collective reading. And now it like is telling me that I should have. Almost the same cards. Verify this for me. Am I being am I like overreacting here? Or has almost the same cards come out in every single reading? Like this win-win outcome in the forecast, every single reading, this Eight of Wands, almost every single reading. But it is saying here that if you can maintain your frequency here, there is going to be a lot of different downloads or inspirations that are going to help lead you into your greatest life or your highest timeline or something like that. Ooh, and then on the bottom of the deck, I just happened to look down, and I'm not going to take any more cards after that because this is Jupiter energy, and it is talking about that you maintaining this frequency for as long as you can, this higher frequency. I want to say you're not there on that frequency yet, right? But your meditation and sitting out in nature brings you there. But on a constant or consistent basis, your frequency is a little bit lower, I think, because maybe you still have like a third dimensional job or something like that where you have to be around humans and like all of the chaos in the world and a lot of people trying to heal, and that always comes out very chaotically. And we're talking about generations full of trauma here that are coming out in the world as chaos and um collision. I'm getting in disruption and destruction. And so when you are here, maybe for a greater purpose or something like that, whatever this is, it's saying the longer you can stay in a higher frequency, the quicker you'll get to that frequency indefinitely. And then you can again get into a higher frequency by way of connecting with it. So you'll notice, by the way, when you do level up, that the things in your physical reality start to change or level up as well. This could look like a new car, a new home, every time you do upgrade in frequency, or a new job or something like that. And then there is, like they're saying that if you are feeling very brought down by your third dimensional position in the workforce, that you may want to consider looking into doing something else. Okay, something that will be less harmful to your frequency. And again, just getting out in nature as often as you possibly can is going to, and then that's what they're saying is like this third dimensional job isn't going to be needed or here forever, because there will be a lot of information coming in for ways for you to kind of fulfill your purpose here in this lifetime. But you need to maintain this frequency or the next frequency in order to get there so that you can get this information. I hope that makes sense for you. Yes. Okay. Thank you. Moving right along to the sign of Cancer. Cancer, hey there, gorgeous. My name is Melissa, and I'm going to be your tarot card reader for the next few moments or so. We are going to. Sorry, I'm going to start this over because I got to read Bat Moms. J Dubs is my imaginary friend. That is official. Oh, that's too funny. By the way, because it does remind me of Abraham, Esther Hicks. Esther Hicks is, I guess that's who she channels. I didn't realize that. I was like her alter ego, but I guess that's who she channels is Abraham. Wouldn't that be funny if who I channeled was J Dubs? It kind of feels like it though. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, guys, on your marks, get set, go. Cancer, hey there, gorgeous. My name is Melissa, going to be your tarot card reader. Let's get you some of these Moonology cards. Just going to get some quick messages from the divine, whatever needs to come out for you at this time. Moonology, it says here, don't let your past hold you back. Cancer, South Node. I feel like I can take this message immediately. Thank you so much. And it says a time to give rather than take. And then Virgo, by the way, and then a new start coming. Don't let your past hold you back. Time to give rather than take. Let's get some tarot, guys. Just give me 1 second here. Your commitment is being tested is on the bottom of that deck. Okay. Okay, because I am getting like an impoverished feeling, by the way. That you don't let your past hold you back. So it's possible that you came from, it doesn't matter if you were impoverished financially or, yeah, what's the right word that's trying to come through here? Materialistically, or if it was just mentally or a mindset, mentality that you're trying to overcome here. Um, a time to give rather than take. It's like the more you are able to give of your, there's something I'm getting like this. Okay, because I'm in a business where I don't know how to say it, but the more I want to say that I've watched companies, it doesn't matter what business I'm in, what business you're in, I've watched companies try to like penny pinch or cut corners or like cut hours where they can or cut pay where they can or all these little lack mentality situations that has actually caused them to fall deeper into a, I want to say, deficit. And actually, what they don't realize is the more that they give of their energy to like, let's say, the more money they spend on satisfying their customers, the more customers they will receive in return, or return customers for sure, right? We know the better we get treated, the more likely we are to come back to somewhere. And there's something about this for you here about you really giving yourself wholeheartedly to something or some things. And I want to say there is a fear here of the way the world is going to see you. There's something about you doing something. It's like giving half of yourself here because of your fear of the way the world is going to receive you, or maybe even the way the world is going to take advantage of you. Maybe you've been taken advantage of. I'm sure, Cancer, that you have a huge heart here. And so sometimes when you pour so effort, I want to say not effortlessly because it's a lot of effort that you pour into things, but when you pour your energy so freely and lovingly and unconditionally into things. Um, so they're also saying, by the way, while it's a time to give rather than take, they're also saying like, don't give your supply to unsupported. What is this? Okay, this used to come through all the time because they're showing me now, like you pouring your cup into a bottomless, like all of your energy into something that doesn't have a bottom, right? There's no, it's just, and it's not being received by anything. So it's about discerning what to give to and what to stop giving to, or something like that. I hope that makes sense for you. And a new start is coming. It's like as soon as you can kind of, oh, it's giving me like a word that I don't know is actually. So it's like as soon as you can, um, basically, it's saying to discern what deserves your attention and what does not. It does say that you're giving your attention to things that maybe no longer deserve it. And then I think that's for me, by the way. I'm sure it's for you as well, but I get what it's saying. So it's like you might be pouring your energy into things that no longer deserve it, and you're having newer ideas or new things that you should be starting to pour your energy into here that will be very successful for you. But there's some fear here of the what the world is going to think, or what your family's going to think, or um, okay, so it's saying that I want to say you'll be able to discern which is, you will know the thing that's draining you and the thing that's pouring back or filling you. Okay. So it's saying stop pouring into the things that are draining you and keep pouring more into the things that are filling you. And I hope this makes sense for you. I'm going to try to get one more card here and make sure whatever that decision is has nothing to do with what you think the world will think. Because we get into that trap pretty quickly or pretty easily, especially as empathic beings. Okay. I hope that makes sense for you. And then you did get this very powerful. It's like you are so powerful, but when you're pouring your energy into things, like let's pretend this guy is a cup full of water, right? And that's what makes him so powerful and a powerful leader. And this is Leo energy here, but this is about being a leader and being really good at leading, which you are a cardinal sign, and I think you are very good at doing. However, when you have your energy spread so thin and being poured into things that aren't giving you any energy back, you're leaving yourself depleted and unable to lead properly or um, take action properly towards the right things. I hope this makes sense for you. I'm going to leave it there. There is a victory here, though. It could be in the public eye, of course, with the Six of Wands, but there's a lot of, I want to say, rewards and attention coming for some of the hard work that you've already done. But it is asking that you focus more on, or mostly on, whatever is actually pouring back into you instead of kind of continuously pouring into things that are leaving you drained. Okay. You'll know energetically what's draining you. It doesn't mean, by the way, I want to say this too, because if you are in the public eye, and it's saying like, what how does this, so it's saying like, even if there's no actual necessarily forward movement, you'll know as an empathic being who reads and feels energy what is causing you to have more energy and what is making you feel very drained after you've done it. Okay, so there's saying that that is there for you and available to you, and you keep going, pouring yourself wholeheartedly into things that are draining you and draining your energy. And again, just because it's not successful doesn't mean it's draining you. Because if it's something that you're meant to pursue, because not everything is successful right away, then it will pour energy back into you, even if it hasn't poured into you financially, or sort of like on a third dimensional level. Okay, I hope this makes sense for you. So when discerning this, just pay attention to your own energy after doing something. Okay, I hope that makes sense. And we're moving right along to the sign of Leo. Oh my God, we made it. You guys. Thank you for bearing with me. Leo, my name is Melissa, and I'm going to be your tarot card reader. And we are going to get some of these Moonology cards and then some tarot as well to get some quick messages from the divine, whatever needs to come through here for you. And did we make it, guys? I love you guys. Thanks for being here. Thanks for all the moral support. I'm sorry that you guys felt the need to support me through that, because I am just learning how to try to support myself with these self-doubt issues. Leo, you don't have self-doubt issues. No, I'm just kidding. You might be, because I feel like talking about it right now. But let's see what it says here. The energy is gaining momentum here, Leo. I love that card, but it does talk about a time of feeling like nothing is pushing forth, or nothing is moving forward, or you're not getting any results to something. But I promise whatever you're pouring your energy into is gaining momentum. We might get one more card here. We got the take time to breathe out. Energy is gaining a momentum here. Step out of your comfort zone here, North Node. Some of you might have your North Node in Leo. Just kidding. I think you do, J-Dub. So you. Let me see here. Step out of your comfort zone. Take time to breathe out. Okay, let me get some tarot. Sorry. I'm just trying to catch the vibe because it's giving me some like conflicted energy. The energy is gaining momentum here because it's bringing me back to one of the other readings, but it feels like it shouldn't be. But it is talking about like set it and forget it energy, which let me find out. Oh, J-Dubs, I know that only, well, because I know your whole chart. No, I'm just kidding, because you have shared it before, but my North Node is also in Leo. So, and I think you have Venus in Leo as well, like I do. Okay. We've got, oh, baby. Oh, because that's what it's saying. Like, there's like, oh, you can't stop like replaying something. Oh, okay, because you're like, the test is for you to do something that's outside of your comfort zone, but it's stressing you out. I don't think you realize that that's what you're supposed to be doing here, by the way. Take time to breathe out. Whatever it is, you're stressing yourself out. You're either overanalyzing the results of something, or you're definitely overanalyzing something, or need to surrender the results or the outcome to the divine here. But there is also a need for you to do something that isn't, like, I'm watching you on the edge of the tightrope, right? It's like you don't even know that you're going to be the best, what are they called? Tightropist. in the world because you won't go out onto the rope. You're just your toe is there, something, and you're like replaying or you're like imagining scenarios of you falling or let me get more here. Queen of Cups, love that energy. Six of Swords here, and this is an interesting message coming through, but something about your mother, and I don't always get that. Then we do have the Knight of Swords here. Ooh, it's like somebody has planted some seeds of doubt, and it does feel like your mother figure here. Um, and they want you to work through this fear, right? There's like an energy of you over or replaying maybe scenarios where you think you went for something, but you really didn't, and you fell. But it's like you didn't even actually go for it. I hope this makes sense for you because it feels powerful and profound, but I feel like I'm not able to relay it very accurately. But I want to say that I don't always say this, but I'm getting like I don't and definitely don't ever get this on the Queen of Cups. I love the Queen of Cups. She's got beautiful energy, but let's pretend she's in the reverse. I'm getting like a narcissistic mother, okay? And this is channeled information. So just because the cards might not match doesn't mean that it isn't. What the message is coming through is that you had somebody planting seeds of doubt within you. And honestly, they're saying, by the way, am I on Leo? Because this feels very Leo-ish, where somebody that was not mentally or emotionally stable raised you. And when they did this, they could see this shine within you from the day you were born, and it made them want to compete with you, or it's super sad energy. And I understand this energy, but it is saying like whatever it is you're tiptoeing or you're, trying to step out into, well, there's a need to just get on the rope. You're going to find out that you're the best, the most balanced tightropist in the world or something like that. But you're afraid to do this because somebody has planted these seeds of doubt within you about this particular thing or about your own self-worth or your own worth in general here. Um, Yeah, and it's like you're not just going to become successful in whatever this is that needs you to kind of give the it's like you're not going towards something. You're not getting out on the rope. I don't know how to relay this more effectively, but you need to get out on the rope and for you to find out how good you really are on it, but you're fearing the worst case scenarios at this time. Take time to breathe out. Yeah, because it's like this needs to be worked through. You can't just because they're saying like you definitely need to get out on the rope, right? To find out that you're the best at it. But there's also something that you need to heal from whatever relationship this is. This could be a mother, this could have actually been a teacher or somebody who definitely it feels more like a parental figure or even a grandmother, somebody that made you feel like you were worthless because they could see how worthy you were or like how much you shined, how much of a like you I want to say you captivated a large audience at a young age. People just wanted to be around you from birth. But when a Leo's ego is bruised, it's like I'm watching a lion lay there licking their wounds. It's so hard to get up off the ground and start, and get that courage back. Oh, I hope this I just there's a need to work through whatever this is and really recognize that the reason why they made you feel unworthy or it's like you didn't even realize, but they made you feel like you were in constant competition and that you were always losing. It's like you couldn't win. You couldn't make them happy if you were shining. You couldn't make them happy if you stopped shining. It was never good enough is the energy that I'm getting here. And then whatever this is that it could just be this sort of finding your own self-worth, but it does feel like there's an opportunity or some sort of purpose that you're being called towards here that you're afraid to step out. You might be in the public eye or you might be called, maybe you're a singer is actually what I'm getting. I'm not getting like a YouTube channel or something. Well, maybe a YouTube channel would help you get to where you want to go, but something has you doubting all of the gifts that you were gifted with. And not something, it is somebody that made you feel like those very gifts made you is like the very thing that made you unworthy were these gifts so that you wouldn't use them or something like that. I hope that makes sense for you. I love you so much. And it feels very deep seated, but it does feel like when you work through this, there's going to be a lot of success in your future here, whatever it is. It does feel like something like literal fame energy. Okay. I love you guys so much. Thank you for being here tonight. And I will see you on a live very soon. I'll also probably put out some readings this week. I do have the next couple of days off, but we will probably not schedule a live so far in advance next time, guys. Thank you, the Bat Mom, for that compassionate message. And thank you so much, Sadie and J Dubs, for being here. J Dubs, thank you for all of your help with everything always. I love you ladies so much, and I will see you guys in the next reading. And I hope you have. Oh, God dang. Did anybody have any questions? I was just going to try to skip out. Love you so much, Sadie. Um, so excited for what is coming for your guys' futures. I know you guys are pouring your little hearts into things, and I know that the divine is going to pay you back for every little bit of love you gave everybody else. Um, it's like as soon as we figure out how to get pour it into ourselves, right? Um, so I love you and okay. Are you sure? The Bat Mom, I I really don't mind. Did you let's go look. You had a question. Because I did forget about that. Yes, thank you, J Dubs. I forgot about that and I gotta figure out how to scroll all the way back. There we go. I have a question. I would like to know what I can say to my friend who heard news yesterday. News that's breaking his heart and spirit. Oh. Um, let's see what messages we get from the tarot on that. Oh, I'm so sorry about that. So sad. So, what can I say to my friend? I mean, I don't know. Let me just see here. Mm. Oh. Well, there's a definite need here to not self-sabotage. It seems like sometimes we can use terrible news to revert to old ways. Revert back to old habits and ways is something that's coming through here, or a need for these are the moments like that we're being tested the most to see how committed we are to our new life, our new reality. So I don't know what happened, and I'm so sorry that something, traumatic did or something devastating did happen, but it is saying that ultimately devastation happens in this lifetime, and how we handle it is how we kind of decide our future through these devastations. And I hope this makes sense, but it's saying that there's a strong need not to sabotage their progress, and I don't know what this could mean for them or something like that. Um, Okay, so yeah, so self-sabotage in a situation that is traumatic might be again going back to old habits or patterns that we had. It's almost like sometimes I feel like, because let me just say that I'm a recovering addict and alcoholic. I don't really think I was an alcoholic. I was just addicted to escaping. So it's not like the same gene that alcoholics have, but I became addicted to anything that helped me escape the moment, right? So drugs and alcohol. So like sometimes when I every time, actually every time I got sober, something very painful would happen or traumatic or outside, like that would. And so sometimes I would use that to go back to old ways. There's something about that needing to handle, feel whatever this is that's going on, just a need to feel it and not try to run from it or escape it is how we're actually going to transition into a higher frequency or a higher timeline or a better life or brighter days. Okay. And then the world card is on the bottom. And I hope that makes sense. So the world card is about completing a cycle here. They're being asked to complete a cycle by way of feeling trauma. Okay, because this world is full of those traumatic moments, but us running from them are how we cause more trauma, or the trauma to be more deep seated. So a need to really face and feel whatever is going on and not try to run from it, so that we can kind of elevate past these looping cycles that we've had to deal with probably since the first trauma that we ever endured or something like that. Oh. Oh. Yeah, so ooh, that is a tough one. Because they weren't back together when she got pregnant, I'm guessing, and now exactly. Ooh, so yeah, I guess he's gonna have to decide, did he really mean he loves her when he wanted to end, get back together with her? Because if so, then some grace is gonna be needed. But it's what a tough situation. Yeah. So it is saying not to sabotage what his heart truly wants by letting, the facts of the situation that you can't change. Yeah, it's how he handles the facts of the situation. Oh, well, shoot. Oh, baby. Well, that feels, yeah, I don't know, a little karmic, but I'm sending love. That is a lot of owie stuff, a lot of pain coming up to the surface for them to feel together. And it does feel like sometimes our own choices coming back to haunt us, right? I think that feels pretty cyclical to me. And again, it's he's gonna have to decide if he actually loved her and wanted to be back together with her, because if so, then he cannot let the facts of the situation destroy the love between them or something like that. Oh, well, I'm sending my love to them because not an easy situation for any involved for sure. Um, and ultimately the universe and the divine are going to take care of, but please, yeah, just remind him that the way he handles it is well, just ask it, let him know, is this something you actually want? Because don't let your ego destroy this, because there's something, she was single, she had the right to do that. Yeah, I'm sure you've already said all that, but um and love can definitely work through that or work past that, but if it's not love, then and it's karmic anyways, then it's like it won't work out anyways. So, I don't know. I love you guys so much. I am gonna get off here now, and I hope that you all have a lovely evening, and I will see you tomorrow at some point, maybe live or maybe, an upload. And, hey, guys, all one of you. Is there one person in here? I'll see you tomorrow. I love you. Bye.